So Trump was talking shit about the Medal of Honor, and then I made a video talking shit about him. But I got some stuff so glaringly wrong that I felt like I had to take the video down. Like I said, the Medal of Honor was only given out in 1963, which is ridiculous because most of them were given out during World War II. So it was actually first created in 1861, and it was only for the Navy, and then in 1862, they expanded it for the Army. And oh, by the way, that thing I said like 3 sentences ago about the World Wars having the most Medal of Honor recipients, I was wrong about that too! Because as I was looking up those statistics just now, it's the American Civil War that has the most. Turns out when you're judging bravery at the highest levels, I guess you get diminishing returns. According to this list on Army.mil, which I have no idea if it's updated or not, the Civil War has 1,522 recipients. The second highest is World War II with 464. The third highest is the Indian campaigns, which I guess were given like retroactively to all the people that fought on the frontier. Ooh. Vietnam's the third highest with 246, and then the entire War on Terror, 16. Now, you could look at like the number of troops that were deployed in those circumstances to come up with like a percentage, or you could just shrug your shoulders and be like, I guess we just don't jump on grenades like we used to. I was trying to figure out how many Medal of Honors Trump himself actually gave out, but I couldn't get a reliable number, and AI kept lying to me. And all this because Trump said something dumb, as he often does. Presidents also give out something called the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Here's Obama giving it to a wholesomely upset Biden who did not know he'd be receiving it that day. Look at those patriotic tears. Those memes were top tier. And despite himself giving out medals of honor and joking to a crowd once that he was going to give one to himself, but was talked out of it, Trump was talking up the Presidential Medal of Freedom as better. Here's the actual quote. We gave Miriam the Presidential Medal of Freedom. That's the highest award you can get as a civilian. It's the equivalent of the Congressional Medal of Honor. But civilian version. It's actually much better. Because everyone gets the Congressional Medal of Honor, that's soldiers, but either in very bad shape because they've been hit so many times by bullets, or they're dead. It is so hard to read quotes by him because he talks in such a weird jumbled way that your brain is like, it can't be what's written down, but it is. And the end of that quote is, she gets it, and she's a healthy, beautiful woman, and they're rated equal. And I pointed out in the video I took down that this is just a show that Trump cannot conceptualize sacrifice. He's like, well, these are both the best awards that you can get, one for civilians, one for military, but only one of them you have to die for, so obviously the other one's better. Because his brain cannot compute the idea that sometimes sacrifice good, that when kid jump on grenades, save all buddies, that brave thing to do. When Desmond Doss refuses to carry a rifle and then saves 75 men in his chain of command, which insulted him for it, all in one night. That good thing worth rewarding. Not same as give bunch money to Trump, though, which is why Miriam got this award. The Medal of Honor has been given to 3,518 dudes and 1 woman. 19 of those dudes got 2 of them. And of those 3,519, 618 of them were awarded I keep Googling it, and Google keeps trying to get me to say posthumously, but I know what post looks like. Anyway, even though in recent years, most of the Medal of Honors have been awarded to the dead, statistically, most of them weren't. We used to joke in the Army that if you wanted one, you had to go jump on a grenade. Because apparently all the heroics were used up back in the Civil War. The Medal of Freedom has been given to 652 people since they started giving it out in 1963. See how the 1963 and 1861, it's very easy to get those things confused. Especially if you have brain damage from fighting in one of those wars. Folks like Nancy Pelosi or Al Gore have them. And Trump gave one to Elvis, Babe Ruth, and Tiger Woods. Bill Cosby was given one at one point, and it was also given to Rush Limbaugh, which makes it hard for me to take it all that seriously as an award. But Obama gave one to Tom Hanks, so it kind of evens out. I also started that last video with a list of veteran grievances I have with Trump. Like, he called my dead friends losers and suckers, he insulted Gold Star families, he insulted McCain saying I prefer people who don't get captured, and then I brought up how he took Obama's 2014 VA reform that allowed you to go see providers outside the VA and tried to claim that it was his. And I thought he was just lying about that, but I looked further into it. He actually signed a bill that extended that program changed some of the verbiage and names of stuff, and then he completely erased Obama and McCain's contributions to it. Like, he just kept saying that he's the one that allowed us to go outside the VA, when the bill that he's talking about was named after McCain because he was one of the 3 sponsors. So I thought I was wrong at first, but then I realized I was not only right, it was worse than I thought. I just hate this guy so much. I just desperately need him out of politics. I never want to hear anything about him unless it's updates to him being in prison. Anyway, what a fun rabbit hole to go down. Now we know so much more about the Medal of Honor. Everything I learned lately is out of spite. I was gonna end this video being like, and Americans are the only ones who ever get awarded them, because we're the best, USA, USA. But then I looked it up, and it turns out being an American citizen, not a requirement. And we have awarded them to people outside of America. You do some Captain America shit, and you get an award here in America, baby. I mean, not now. All the heroism has apparently dried up. But you pull that shit in the 1800s, whoo boy, do we have something for you. USA! USA!